Alright, day 3, leg day here at Gold Gym. So I'm going to do a little split between quads and hamstrings, work both the opposing muscle groups back to back, and then finish off with a little circuit and give some calves some attention too. So we're going to start off with some hack squats, build up, get all the heavy weights done first, and then move on to more of the extension and isolation exercises. But a lot of drop sets, a lot of circuits. We're going to keep that intensity high. Let's get to it. That's one way to get the blood rushing into the legs. Hack squat wasn't always a favorite of mine. I used to stick to, the basics, leg extension, squats, more machine-based stuff. The thing I love about the hack squat, especially for warm-up, is it allows me to get a lot of weight on the machine, on my legs, but because of the angle, I'm not putting all of that tension, that stress on the knees. So even though I'm going deep, I'm just not taking my butt down to the floor because I don't need to. As long as when my hips go down, I get that stretch here. I don't need to be down here, but as long as my hips sort of in line with my knee, that's where I need to be. And the hack squat allows me to push the weight up. It's very systemic. That's because the heart has to pump blood all the way down towards the leg, circulate it and bring it back up. I love it. 5 sets here, a couple of warm up, progressively adding on the poundages, building up. I think 9 or 11 reps there, but big squeeze, a lot of contraction. Legs is definitely warmed up, so now I'm going to move on to, I alternate squats with leg presses from week to week. It just so happens this week is a leg press movement, so we're going to use a cradle, get a real nice angle going down, get some more heavy weight, and keep pushing that intensity up. Today's one of those days I'm just feeling good. So I'm gonna load on more weight. Not on this one because I've hit my threshold, but I'm gonna stick with a lot of the basics today, the fundamentals, the ones where all of my limbs are properly aligned and I can manage the most weight. So hack squats, leg presses. I'm gonna move on, do a lying hamstring curl, leg extensions, and then I can isolate 1 or 2 with some individual leg work. But if I'm lifting this kind of weight, I'm getting a solid 5, 6, 7 reps in. I'm gonna keep pushing with that. Not every day, but on the days that I do, that's where I push it up, and that's what we're gonna do today. So let's get the weights off and move on to the hamstring curl. Start feeling a love of, in your mind, having a rep range of 8, and you're pushing through 6th and 7th, and you get to your 8th rep, and normally you've achieved what you want, so you stop. But it's these good days where you get to 7, you're at 8, and you go, I've got 2 more left in. You get to 9, you get to 10, you go, let's do 1 more. You're suddenly up to 11. And it's the same weight that I've done before when I'm repping out at 8. Now what does that tell you? Physiologically, I'm able to supersede that 8th or 9th rep. It's here that we're limiting ourselves from really being able to further reach your potential. So as hard as it is on those good days, don't let the reps bother you. Obviously get more than 4 or 5 reps, but if you're pushing 7th, 8th, 9th rep, just keep going. Push it to the limit. Let your body tell you, both through the movement and just that muscle connection, that you've reached your limit. And if you truly can't push past that, you've reached the top. It's time to move on. Speaking of which, we're going to carry this mentality over to the leg extension and just get the full stack moving. I'm good with 4 different exercises on legs, certainly today. Some days I'll do a lot more variation, 6 or even 7 different exercises for legs. And that's okay. I have a good workout, I get a good pump, a lot of different angles and variations. This workout is more back to basics, sticking with the main compound, cornerstone type exercises for legs, and I'm getting a really good pump. Considering my legs don't get that vascular compared to around my arms and shoulders, this is a sign that I'm getting a lot of blood, a lot of nutrients and oxygen into the muscle. So it's about 5 sets on each exercise, 20 sets near enough for my leg workout. That's enough for today. But I'm gonna move on and do some calves, a lot of back-to-back exercises, both with a bent knee position and a straight knee, so that I can work the soleus and the gastrocnemius and at least be working towards more of a balance and conditioning in the lower half of the leg, the calf, and my upper portion of the leg. So let's go check that out. I look at calves in a similar way to forearms. And by that I mean with forearms, you've got 2 main functions, a flexor and an extensor. So both, if you think, the top and the underside of the muscles are working in unison. But what do you think happens with the calf as you pull your toes in and extend it down? You've got these large soleus and gastrocnemius muscles working, but also this, the tibialis anterior. This muscle has to work a lot, especially for sports and movements where you're doing a lot of projecting yourself off of your foot. So for me, just for the pure aesthetics, but also the functionality of the body, it's important that I train the tibialis as well as hitting calves. And look, I realize many people won't have access to this cradle type machine. Really easy. Sit on the end of a bench so that your heels are off the bench. Use a towel or a t-shirt and use a vertical dumbbell so that your feet, the dumbbell kind of goes between your feet, and then you can just mimic that same movement. It's just as effective to work the tibialis, and it's imperative, in my opinion, that you're working the tibialis anterior along with the calves, especially after a leg workout, when you've got all of the blood pulled in the lower half of the body. There's no point really going to train calves after a shoulder workout or a big back workout when you've got all of the blood and the nutrients in the upper region, and then you're going to go heavy on the calves. utilize those muscles within the larger muscle groups on days that we train them. So 3 or 4 supersets here. We're going to finish off the calves and the leg workout in general with now some standing calf raises, and also integrate in some single leg calf raises with a slight bend in the knee. You'll see what I mean. We're done, man. That workout was intense. It was short, and I just felt like I was on a mission to just get that work done on that one exercise and move on. There's no lingering around. There's no walking around the gym. I wasn't on my phone seeing what's up. My mind was just locked into the workout, and I feel that's a big component of a good workout and a great workout. It's keeping that fire hungry, keep that intensity. And that's what I did with quads and hamstrings, and then calves as well. Usually I hit my calves at the end of a leg workout. Some days I'll train calves on their own, but rarely do I get that kind of full pump in my calf like I have done today. And I put that down to 2 things. One, if you've been following me on my social media, my Instagram story, I'll often post what I'm eating, where I'm at, what I'm doing. Well, we're at a restaurant, we're doing a full day production. Steak, white rice, some peppers, mushrooms, onions. Basically, a lot of sodium, some carbohydrates, a bit of fats, and some high quality protein. That was about an hour before my leg workout. With that meal in me, I felt like I had enough fuel ready so that I can just get my muscles pumped. And you'll see early on in the workout, I wasn't really going for that full extension. I was just pumping the muscle with a lot of weight. So I want to get that glycogen into the muscle cell, get the muscle cell turning over and using up whatever energy it's got there, so that that nutrition, the energy circulating within my bloodstream, has a home to go into those muscles. And like I said, it's not every day that I'm going to have a workout like this. Maybe once or twice a week, but the days that I do, I know to leave the reps and the weights to the side and just really go with that gut instinct and push that weight heavy. And I hope that you guys can do the same too. So on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, and I'll see you guys outside. Wow, what a leg workout. You know, I gotta be honest, walking into the gym, legs aren't my favorite muscle to train. Shoulders, arms, chest, legs, I enjoy, but they're not my favorite. And that's probably because I feel that there's somewhat of a lack of symmetry from my upper body to my lower body. You know what I'm talking about. For anyone who's not blessed with great calves or big legs, and I'm relatively a smallish person. I'm more of an ectomorph than a mesomorph, which means I've got to really work hard to build up to and certainly maintain full muscles. Not as hard in my upper body, but for my legs, yes. But here's what I'm getting at. I found that when I don't let that consume me and I just walk into the gym almost with a completely clear mind, without any expectations of, maybe I shouldn't squat because I'm not going to be doing as much weight as I did, that negativity is going to hold me back before I even get through the gym door. So today I walked in there and I just thought, you know, I'm gonna put some weight on. I'm gonna go heavy. I might not go as heavy on some exercises that I've done before, but that doesn't matter. I'm not gonna base today's workout off of previous workouts. All I knew walking in was that I'm gonna have a good workout. I'm gonna push the weights, and that's all I was thinking about. And you know what? I had a good workout, and I pushed the weights, and my legs feel like tomorrow they're gonna be really sore, which is not necessarily what I'm aiming for, but I know that I've reached a level that my body now has to adapt and acclimatize to, and that is where I'm going to start to see some more kind of gains and progression. So, you know, really heading into the gym with all of the different factors and stressors, relationships, work, whatever is going on in your life, as hard as it is, when you walk into that gym, whether it's by putting music on, headphones, finding a new training partner or your current training partner, but just really committing to the workout. And if that means leaving your phone at home, in the car, in your gym bag without touching it, as hard as it might be, give it a try, because I was not on my phone today. I committed to that workout 110%, and I feel the benefit of having done that. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up. Got my protein shake here, 2 scoops away. A little bit of waxy maize starch in there as well, about 60 grams, and then I'll eat about an hour now. And if you want to stay up to date on all of my daily sort of fitness activities, Instagram, Robert's Fitness, and you'll see my full training program and my diet and supplementation regime over at supplementsworld.com under the training tab. Until then, keep training hard. See you guys soon. Bye bye.